desperate I am in this desert land, thirsty for your mercy and flame. All you give me the strength to stand. You're my greatest pleasure. Yeah, no matter the weather I face, Lord, you never mistake my fragile life and sake. Only your sovereign grace. You know the words, just worship with us. You know the words.
My name is Brian, also known as Grail. Tonight we are in Huntsville, Texas, and I look like Jeff Gordon in the 90s at a Wingstop, and we just performed at Sam Houston College.
I'm Portland Urbano, producer, Beautiful Eulogy.
Thomas, Beautiful Eulogy.
So, as Beautiful Eulogy, you guys have been touring and put out Satellite Kite. Was this one of your first kind of performances, or have you guys been doing that? I know the Beast Mode tour is coming up with Lamp Mode Records, but have you been able to do much performance as a group since the album's come out? So.
Yeah, we did a few performances together before the album dropped. Obviously, we've had a close relationship with each other, and so even prior to forming the group, we were on stage with each other a little bit. But man, our first show was rough. So yeah, what you saw tonight wasn't our first show. We were still figuring it out. But yeah, I would say we've probably done close to 25 shows or something together as a group. About 25 shows so far.
Yeah, cool. And Thomas, how do you describe the sound when people ask you kind of the sound of Beautiful Eulogy? I've heard kind of folk hip hop. I don't know if it's hipster hip hop, spoken word. Even to me, it sounds like it might be a little bit like listener stuff that's kind of talk music. What do you use when people ask you the kind of style of music that you do?
I would definitely say that it has more of like a folk hip hop bend to it. But it's not limited to folk music. Like, we're not playing banjos and things of that nature. But it's just very much emotionally driven. You know, like, we put a high focus on the music component of it, so we don't sample anything. We play everything ourselves, create everything ourselves. So it's definitely much more organic in terms of the sound.
Yeah.
But just to make it easy for people, I would just assume call it kind of folkish hip hop.
Yeah. And Cortland, I guess we talked a little bit about your experience in producing. I guess who were some of the influences to your stuff that's different than your average kind of street radio hip hop kind of stuff?
I mean, I would first say this is kind of typical one, but Jay Dilla for sure influenced me a lot. Madlib, Flying Lotus, who's a more modern electronic producer, like who like really opened up a lot of doors in terms of the scenes of doing strictly instrumental music. Not that he was the only one, but he definitely was a pioneer in that.
Yeah. So I hear a little bit of Mute Math too, I think.
Yeah, Mute Math I love. Radiohead.
Yeah.
Huge Portishead, all the heads basically. Yeah.
Edit that out.
But yeah, no, I mean, in terms of it's funny because it's like definitely like within the earlier days of me producing, it was a lot of just the kind of typical hip hop producers, Premier, all that kind of stuff. But with like my palette grew, I guess, just in terms of music. So what you hear now is a very like a big hodgepodge of a whole bunch of stuff. So
yeah. Cool. And some people who are watching this may have only heard about you guys from your feature on Lecrae's Church Clothes mixtape and the song Misconception. So I guess you can share a little bit with me about how that came about, and did you write it differently knowing that that was going to be certainly a more mainstream, maybe even street audience than people that are typically gravitate towards your type of music? So.
I mean, the process, Lecrae basically hit us up, said he wanted us, he was doing a mixtape, that he wanted us on the mixtape, and he wanted the song to be called Misconceptions. Everything else was in our court. So we made a couple different beats. We actually initially thought we needed to make something that was a little bit more commercial, but then we were told, nah, he just wants to make some straight up hip hop. So we're like, alright, all we know is the song's called Misconceptions, and he wants us to just do our thing.
Yeah.
So we created that entire song, and all of our parts were done, the beat was done, the scratches were done, sent the whole thing to him. and we're just kind of like, this is a shot in the dark. You know, we don't know if he's going to like it or not.
Yeah.
We were even prepared to remix it if necessary, but he ran with it, and we were thankful for that. So really, it was like, it's not necessarily reflective of the type of stuff we make in terms of the Beautiful Eulogy stuff, but at the same time, it was pretty true to what we do in terms of being underground lyricists, and you know, just trying to make him a West Coast influenced, you know, banger, you know. Yeah. But we could have been happier, you know, with having the opportunity to work with Lecrae. That was just a joy and a privilege for us. It caused us to think really hard about what we would write, how we would write it, because we knew it would be exposed to a large audience, and we also just value what he contributes to the music scene as a whole and his approach. So to be able to work with him was an honor for us, and we just tried to put our best foot forward, and we were thankful that he liked it and ran with it, and that people received it well.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add on, or did you? I'm wondering if some people might even think, because his style sounds similar to you guys on there, did you ghostwrite anything for him, or said this is how it goes? Yeah.
Lecrae in general is an amazing writer. I mean, you can obviously hear him when he writes. No, I mean, I think like, I mean, I've shared a meal with Lecrae one time in I think it was in Atlanta, and we were talking about hip hop, and he's a hip hop head. People don't know. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
He's a lyricist, and so for us, we were just like, okay, let's try and do something. Let's try and create something that can accentuate both our sound and style, and so that's how Misconception came about. I think he did a terrific job.
Yeah.
Amazing. So.
Yeah.